Hey, Alex Tracy here. How are you doing today? So we're going to explore what is a chakra and how can it help you in your business and especially your intuition. So if you've been wondering what am I supposed to do or which business path should I pick, this episode is really going to help you with getting a sense of like what blocks and what gets in the way, and we're going to go over what is a chakra and how to clear it. Are you ready? All right, give me a sec. I'm going to share my screen with you. And I am going to draw something on a whiteboard. So can you see this? Okay, so imagine we're having some tea, coffee, and maybe grab one. And I'm just going to make a stick figure of the human body. And so just bear with me because I am doing this on the computer. And since you've asked me, what is a chakra? I'm going to sort of go over it. So this is the human body and it lives inside an aura. And if you have a clear aura, it just sort of clears your thoughts. So thoughts live in these bubbles, and do you ever wonder, like, why do I have these repetitive negative thoughts? Like, they won't go away. Well, they're inside your aura, and so it's sort of hard to stop thinking those thoughts because they keep happening. And this is sort of what I see. And this is for anyone, even if you've never heard of this stuff before, just bear with me. So when I look at people's energy field, I see these little balls of light, and they have actual little movies inside. They're like little DVDs, and they have stories, like actual stories that I can hear and see. And these stories get stored in your aura or inside your chakras, and I'll talk about that in a second, because they were consequential enough. Like something happened where you were bullied or put down, or something happened where you felt a fear of lacking safety. There was some kind of traumatic or just mildly repetitive put down by somebody that it got stored in it. And these thoughts have now their own sort of living energy. They just sort of, it's that voice you hear, like, what are you doing? Who do you think you are? It's that voice that you hear, and you almost start like, well, this doesn't really belong to me. Whose stuff is this? Like, whose voice is that? Because in your heart, you're like, this isn't me, right? Perhaps. Or you really want to get to a certain goal, right? And then you have all these little stories in the way. Okay, all of these blocks. Okay, love. Sometimes these stories are not really in the aura. They're actually in your chakra system. And we have 7 major ones. And they're all along our spine. So this is the crown chakra. And this one holds a lot of stories around religion and God and truth and wisdom and my higher power. This has a lot of those parental beliefs. Like if you had a controlling mom or dad, you're going to have a fear maybe to connect to God or connect to a higher power or even connect to angels if this is blocked, right? And I do clear this a lot, and I have a higher power clearing kit. I highly recommend if you feel like I really want to open this up more and have more intuition, have more guidance, I've got you covered for that. Now, your third eye is one of my favorite chakras because you use it to see. Well, I'll do it the other way. You do use it to see ahead, and you use it to put different visions into the world that you'd like to get to. So each chakra is like a round spinning disc. It pretty much looks like a fan on the ceiling that spins. And they have different colors and different themes. You have a throat chakra as well. And if they are, they have different beliefs in it, they will sort of go out in the world and try to find more and more of that same belief. So, for example, if somebody has in their root chakra that money is not really that consistent, maybe their safety was jeopardized, maybe they saw their dad lose their jobs, right? Or they went through some kind of economic difficulties, it's going to show up in that their roots are not really that strong into the earth. It's going to feel like they're like this instead of being like Shazam, like I have a root, right? I'm just telling you from what I see. So the belief I'm not safe shows up energetically, and then what will happen is your sort of your brain, your mind, and these energy centers, they are going to go out in the world and show you that you're right. See, you're not safe. Money doesn't come in all the time. See, you lost your job. See, I knew it. I'm not safe on this planet. So one of the things that I'm like, please, you got to delete these. You got to delete these stories, because they will repeat themselves and they will show up again, whether it's money or relationships. Like, I work a lot with women who perhaps their dad, for one or other reason, wasn't around so much. Maybe they worked a lot, or maybe they left and there was a divorce. So then they wonder, why am I attracting relationships that are complicated and I feel betrayed and the men leave me? I'm like, well, you have a belief men leave women based on your relationship with your dad. So all of these can really, really be deleted, and they live inside your chakras. And you know, I say a life lived without knowing you have chakras is a life lived in stuckness and confusion. Because how can you know, you guys, like, how can you know what you're here to do and who you could become if you don't even know you have these energy centers that need to be cleared and that need to be almost strengthened, right? Okay, so chakras, beautiful energy centers. They are like sponges, so they have absorbed stories based on that theme. So all the stories about love, it's probably in the heart chakra, right? All the stories about, does it feel safe for me to communicate? It's in the throat chakra. All the stories about, I feel safe to see my future and create it, and let's go see it, it's in the third eye. Sometimes when I work on a client, I can feel how far they're willing to see ahead. Like, is it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months? Like, I can tell how far this is open and the light is on, right? I'm sure you have 1,000 more questions about chakras, so come on over alexktracy.com so I can see your questions, and you can even put in your wisdom about it. Like, what is your experience about chakras and how do you clear it? I'll make another video soon on the best way to clear them. And really for today, I just want to hear from you. What do you think about this? What are your questions? And I'll put a link to the higher power crown chakra clearing, and just sort of check that out and see if that is something that feels right for you. Now, I do want to mention that this month we're going to talk about intuition a lot and clearing chakras. And if you can imagine, like, if all of your beautiful energy centers were totally clear, do you think your ability to sense truth and energy would be easier? Right? Do you think your ability to like feel the truth in your gut would be easier? Yeah, right? Do you think if your heart chakra was clear, do you think it'd be easier for you to like call things in and manifest them and thus sort of have that intuition guide you? And if your third eye is clear, or even your crown chakra, do you think it's easier for you to get answers, right? To like, right? So when people ask me, I want to be more intuitive in my business, how do I know? What am I supposed to do? Well, my answer is clear your chakras, clear your aura, get back to clearing things. Why clear? So yeah, maybe I didn't mention that. Every single day that you have an emotion that you don't release, like you don't know how to let it go, it creates like one more film of like, just, it looks like dust or gray, right, in there. So you want to try and clear them every day with the light, connecting vertically and letting the light come in and just really clear, and shield you. And also there's some techniques to learn how to really cut cords and shield yourself so you don't pick up on energy that even doesn't belong to you. All right, do you guys like this? Do you want to learn more about this? Let me know. Talk to you soon.